technology screens, and we're gonna pop on YouTube and search for real ambient light projection screens or screen paints or whatever, but hopefully we can find something. I'm gonna go over here and put something on my screen. Let me see. I'm gonna put down 4K tropical fish relaxing.
Getting that from YouTube.
Setting up on my setup over here right now. So that can be going right now. And I gotta take care of a few things real quick. First I gotta get my charger because my phone's about to die. So let me show you first before this part starts up. So what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be looking for ambient light projection screens. I see this a lot on YouTube. Every time we go through one of these searches, we never find screens matching the projector's promos, which is a demonstration of showing up in the projector. Always dark environments, always, we got window lights windows being blocked, all kinds of stuff. So it should be interesting to watch. Let me get my charger and feed my cat. Taco, where did the cat go? There you go, there you go. Alright, finally got everything done. I go feed the cat, feed the cats, feed the birds, and do other stuff. Alright, so, why's my screen on pause? What the heck? So what we're looking for today is real ambient light projection technology. And also too, what to look for when you're watching demonstrations of people claiming to have ambient light projection. Now, as I said before, you're going to be posting videos on YouTube claiming to have this capability, then be prepared that your video may come up. So let me show you how our demonstration, we have it in here. Of course, our website speaks for itself. There's my portable optimum projector. I'll give you the model number to that one right there. That's 2800 lumens. We're in a fully lit environment as always. We've got the lights here and right over there. Here we go. I'm going to show you. I'm going to track down that video too with that Optima GT5500. What screen paint do we have it on too? That one. So this is what I do my research. This is how I found out about the Screen Dragonfly, which is an amazing screen. I literally forgot to get my charger. Literally forgot to grab the charger when I was downstairs. I just saw the message pop up telling me to grab a charger. So let me go pull this back and grab my charger and come back up. We can get started on this. So I'm going to show you what I go through when I'm searching, looking for something that matches what we do over here. this. Freaking just get up, have everything already set up. Never. Always gonna do this, always gonna do that when I get up in the morning. Let me see. Okay. Let's go hook that other unit up real quick. Yeah, tons of unit that up. Alright, sorry about that. I had to run the air conditioner for the top floor and to make sure we got the cords and cables out of the way because Taco, if he can find it, he'll figure out a way to mess with it. Alright, so this is what I usually do. When I'm online, I am also doing research, showing just about everything we get our hands on. Who's making what, who's developing what. When it comes to screen paint products, we don't care. We really don't care. Like, I don't want to be in your channel, don't want to look at this and like that because it's the same stuff every day. So we're always looking for other new companies, like who's developing this or that or something. And we've got some new screen coming out, maybe something crazy like that. Mostly certified, some big companies we're always staring at. But as for what I've seen already on the market for screen paint products, nah, it ain't really piqued my interest at all, period. And as I said before, if you're going to be the best of the best, 250 inches is what you're going to have to do to compete with us. There's a lot of stuff you're going to have to do to compete with us, but that'll just be one of them. And that's why we chose that, because that is if you've never put up a 250 before, it is a monster of a screen. It's going to bite you. You're going to have some issues with it. Yep, you got to do it all by yourself. Don't get help. We don't need it over here. You can do it by yourself. So let's go look up. For those of you who are wondering what in the world is he talking about, yeah, we gave somebody a 250-inch screen challenge. They run their mouths too much, so they're gonna have to build that baby. Let's get the crack injection. Ambient light projection screens. Let's see what we dig up. Same old stuff every single time. Well, let's see. So, what should you be looking for when it comes to ambient light rejection? Well, we'll show you. Let's see. I'm gonna keep bumping my stand here. Let me get this right here. I love these. I love the thumbnails. The thumbnails are beautiful. So, but they put the thumbnails up, but are they gonna show the screen off this way? Now, keep in mind, because the screen can be reduced in a fully lit environment, still means the image and picture quality must maintain as if the screen is sitting in the dark. Yeah. Hey, it's got my speakers. I got speakers just like that downstairs in the basement. All right, let's go take a look at this one right here. 100-inch screen. It's claimed to be ambient light projection, ultra short throw. Well, that is such an easy one, isn't it? Projector sitting right up on top of the screen. What did I tell you? Okay, we've got the unboxing of the screen. Right there, putting it together. Right there. First problem with this screen, the color. That's the first problem. Not gonna pull contrast, can't pull color. We'd blow this screen clean out of the water with no problem whatsoever. It's gray. It's not gonna surpass a black screen. That's gonna be easy. That'll be a cakewalk. Let's see if we did it with the thumbnail with the lights on. Of course not. The screen's gonna wash out. There's no problem with the lumen count on the ultra short. The projector has plenty of lumens. The problem is he can't maintain his color and contrast with lights on. That is going to be an issue. This would clearly just wash out. And this is not black. This is actually gray. Room is still dark. This is dark here. This is dark here. Let's compare these screens to the 127-inch we have sitting downstairs in a bay of windows. All right, let me see if we got anything else here. We got the lights on here, showing lights over top here, lights there and there and there. All right. What is the point of showing all that, please? Now, what was the point of that? See, this is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. You see the dark corners here? You see the dark corners over here? There is no way in the world, if you have that much light in the environment, which means you must have done the lights, that your corners are that dark. Look how dark the corners are. Look behind the back with the projector sitting right there. Look how dark it is. No, that's not a fully, no. Let's keep going. What we got going on here? White screen comparison to a gray screen. A gray screen is going to be the white screen any day, or white wall any day, which make a difference because it basically has a slight darker contrast into it, which means it's going to pick up a little bit slight better color and contrast in the white surface itself. And the area is still dark. Dark. Even with all the lights on it, it's just still dark. Alright, I'm done here. There's nothing going on in that one right there. That's not matching what we got downstairs. Let me see. Oh, that's just fantastic. It's the keyboard in the front, bird. Let's see. The minute you put in the abbreviation codes for ADV, Advanced Ambient Light Rejection, we didn't have to put anything in there. That's all us. Oh, I can hear the crying right now about the whole, oh, I can't be outside because my screen paint's not ambient light. Then you, guess what? You better make it ambient light rejection. I don't want to hear it. I do not want to hear someone talking about they can't do the 250 challenge. I don't care. Take your screen outside. And you do it. Let me tell you something. For a person who basically cries so much that his product is not ambient light rejection, you sure enough do a lot of demonstrations trying to produce your product in a fully lit environment. Especially, what are you doing comparing yourself to us? We are experts in ambient light rejection technology. Unless you're trying to tell people they don't need that in order to, yes they do. They actually also need a much darker screen, much darker. That's all us. This is us. This is all us. This is us. All us. All of us. Look how hard he's trying. Look at this. That's sad, ain't it? This is coming from the same individual who basically got caught with house paint and deleted his own videos. Man, that don't bother us. That just shows you how sad Crow is. Keep in mind, everything on the blacklist is you. Your demonstrations, that's all you. Your canceled receipts, that's all you. Let me see. So that screen didn't have it. What do we have here? White versus gray are, of course, freaking gray. You don't even need ambient light rejection in gray to beat a white screen. Honestly, you don't. Let me see. seen this one already before too. Same thing. That is definitely completely washed out. It's a shame that people look at these images and they swear that they're looking at a good image, and the entire time that image is washed out. For somebody who's used to seeing screens in fully lit environments constantly all the time, like I said, when I look at it, it's washed out. Something on the screen putting it together as usual. Let me see what we got going on here. The environment is too dark. One light over top. I don't know why people do that. What's the purpose of putting the light over top of the screen? What's that for? So I guess you can show the screen as ambient light projection. That's in the dark. What the heck is this right here? That doesn't make any sense. Why would you have an open window? Open the whole... Never mind. This reminds me of somebody at the end of the day who does this. Why? Why would you be trying to show off an ambient light projection screen? You're definitely in the dark. And then you have the curtain where you have a little bit of light pouring out. Come on, man. That's not an ambient light. Forget it. Just move on. I'm tired of that one right there. So it's been ambient light rejection demonstration. Lights are supposed to be on. Windows are supposed to be open. I got my screen playing behind me right now. Windows are open. I'm at 2800 lumens. I'm 14 feet, actually 13 feet away from the screen, and I'm producing. That's us. This is what ambient light projection. This is how much light you're supposed to have in an environment for an ambient light projection demonstration. And this is the motorized projection screen we coded right there on camera. Now, you see all that light in the environment? That's ambient light projection. That's how it's supposed to react in an environment that bright. See my corners? And that screen's soaking wet. Turning the cheap 68 motorized projection screen. Same screen we got there, it's the same screen sitting behind me right now. You're always in the dark. Look, these people. This is why they don't match your ambient light rejection demonstrations. Let's move on to another one. Let's see if we got, great, googly, moogly. What the heck? Come on, people. Dragonfly. Oh, I know you. I definitely know you. Soon, my friend. Soon, soon, soon. I definitely want to match or challenge your screen against my black screen. Soon. I don't care about the intro. I'm going to see what you got here for the screen. Let's see what we got going on here. Okay, the screen's been put together. Really? You're gonna crush the screen. I'm literally gonna crush it. I'm gonna destroy your screen. I'll tell you why. There you go. That's what it tells me right there. Automatically. That's all the information I need. I could wipe that screen easily. That's why they probably wouldn't sell it to us. They wouldn't give us a sample. They knew who I am. Why are you seeing the screen's ambient light projection and it's in the dark? See, this is the reason why I have no faith in home theater projection screens. How's that ambient light projection? Do we have any demonstrations in the lights on? Give me something. So let me see how much light your screen's. And that is so washed out. Oh man, this is why I hate doing these searches, man. This is a headache doing this stuff. Look at this, man. This is all washed out, man. Blues are washed out, reds are washed out, the yellows are washed out. This is supposed to pop. It's supposed to be like a piece of candy, man. This is supposed to pop off the screen. I'm pretty sure the projector is way better than mine. Way better than mine. It's supposed to pop. It's not supposed to look like that. Screen is supposed to pop. This is my screen I used to have downstairs. I changed my screens out so many times it's not even funny. See that? Screen's supposed to pop. The color's supposed to look realistic. Red is supposed to look real. Green's supposed to look real. It's supposed to look like a TV. That's my Sony projector I got downstairs. I got it for like 300 bucks. Oh, I didn't bring my Sony projector. So it's sitting down there collecting dust. I'm going to do something with it. Certified screens. These are elite screens we're testing out. That's what I mean by you don't test your stuff, man. Look at that. Test, 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 test. Knocked out all them screens in one hit. That's all elites. Knocked them all out in one hit. Now, I see why they didn't want to give us the sample. I can see why. But we're going to try it one more time. Because there's no way in the world that screen will survive our technology. Wouldn't. What do we got here? Let's see. This is supposed to be ambient light rejection, vivid storm, floor screens. Man. It's kind of like the equivalence of walking through a minefield with magnetic boots. There's just no way around it. You're destined for destruction. It's bad, man. This is an ultra short throw projector. This area should never ever be this dark. Never. Ever should be this dark. That thing is sitting right up on top of the screen. If you're doing a long throw, you have to understand a long throw has to travel a distance. So if it's to travel distance, it has to have a certain amount of lumens because they know between A and B, you're going to start losing lumens depending on how much light you have per square inch in the environment. It's going to basically affect the lumen count from start to finish. But you're talking about a projector that is literally sitting up on top of a screen, which means it pretty much cancels out the throw from the door. So how in the world do you have 3,000 lumens sitting right up on top of a screen compared to a projector that is 3,000 lumens at 14 feet? You're literally right on top of the screen. How is the environment that dark for an ultra short throw? If you have a Sony TV and OLED TV, your environment's not going to be that dark. You know it's not going to be that dark. So why do you have a projector like that and your environment's that dark? It doesn't make any sense. I don't get this. And then on top of that, this is not a cheap setup because again, you have to have a special screen to run these projectors. If you want to have like the dark gunmetal screens or the ones that technology developed, you can't go out and buy you can't buy a Dark Star 9. You have to have a special Dark Star 9 to run that particular projector. It's an ultra short throw screen. Because other than that, it's not going to show up. It's going to go dark on it. But now, viewing comb effect, the edges are going to get black around the corners. It's going to be a very unpleasant experience. But I just don't get how in the world that you have such a dark environment. This is nothing. Look how dark it is in these corners right here. You got a shade right here. I never could understand the lampshade scenario. Like you have, the light can only go in two directions. It's gonna go up and it's gonna go down. It's not gonna hit the side of the screen. And is that the screen up right there? Wow, that is really, really bad. That should never be discoloration. I know this demonstration too. This is supposed to be green. Now they turn the lights up. So when they drop the lights, you have this much light near the window. Let me see. See, it's supposed to be green. I know that demonstration. We've done this a dozen times. We know what they are. Wow, people paying all this money for these projectors. I mean, the Valva, I can't say much about that thing because you can't use it on our dark. Technology doesn't work. And from people I know who have them, you can't use them on gunmetals either. You can't display them on a gunmetal screen. You're gonna have an issue. Now see how his blinds are open? You can actually see things on the other side, done right, correctly. You can actually see things on the side. They're not on a slant, but still, look at this. The screen's washed out. The problem is when it comes to ambient light rejection technology, and the sad thing about the whole entire thing is
The screen quality doesn't have to be good for them. As long as you can see a screen and make it out, it's considered to be passable. That looks horrible. And that's a 4K laser projector to hope that they're using in the demonstration, and that's what it looks like. Now watch the picture and quality improve when the lights go out. There you go. So, in order to get that image to pop up like this, you're going to be sitting in the dark all the time. And if we stick this screen, which we already had Vivistorm screens over here, they don't pull up on our screens. They can't even imagine that little bit of light he had in there. My max out zone in the basement is brighter than what he has right there. There's no way in the world that screen would survive in a max out zone. But that's where you'll be at. Man, this is what we're doing today. This is what we're doing. These people Verizon screens are expensive. They are not cheap. Let's go over here. That's us. That's our demonstration right there on our 2800 lumen projector. Oh, don't even get me started on this one. Here we go. This is Elite Screens. They're new ambient light rejection screens to set their CES at 2020. You already see it already, don't you? You see it, don't you? Why is the screen in front of the window? Why? Now, this is the problem I have with their demonstration right here. Let's go way to the beginning. If you look at the hallway literally has more light inside than in there. Yeah, that's a nice setup. So basically you have every last screen blocking every window. Pretty chance, sure, half the lights there are on dimmers, which they probably are. Most of the lights are sitting behind the back of the screen. All the projectors they're using there are either ultra short throw or short throw projector, which means there's no distance throw whatsoever going on in there. Whatsoever. Projectors are sitting right on top of the screen. Call it. Lights behind the back of the screen, lights behind the back of the screen. Ultra short throw right there. Right there. Screen's blocking the entire window right there. Lights right there. Chance that's on the dimmer. All floodlights are behind the back of the screen. They're using a short throw in there. That's an ultra short throw right there. And look at the sizes of the screens. The screens are smaller. So the screen's smaller, it's going to give a more compressed image. See, what's this right here? Why didn't you just basically take this and put that over there and just move the screen and put it right here so the window light can make contact with the screen? They blocked every last window. That's why the environment looks so dark. Oh my goodness, it looks just like one of Jamie's videos, I swear. Wow, it does. It looks exactly like this. My goodness. Well, they wouldn't survive the max out zone either. That's bad. Look at this. Look at that. Look at that. This is supposed to be ambient light rejection technology. Why are you blocking windows? 106-inch screen, of course, yeah. Lights right here. That's on the dimmer right there, and the windows behind there. So this is all the stuff we're looking at in here. Look at this. Why is the area so dark? I know it has to be brighter than that. They got all the lights have to be in the dimmer. There is no way in the world that is in a hotel. And you mean to tell me the lights don't get any brighter than that. They get much brighter than that. Anyone's ever been in a hotel knows if you're in a hotel, especially if it's at nighttime, that you can brighten that area up to look like there's no way in the world that can be that dark in there. All those lights are on dim controls. They got them all dimmed. Because there is no way in the world. If you get a hotel room and the minute the sun goes down, that's the brightest your hotel room becomes. We all know that. That's not true. All these lights are dimmed. Every last one of them are dim. And then they got the brighter lights right over top of the screen right here. They still got the brighter lights over top of the screens. You see to show that they can take in the light. So understand this. In the demonstration, I can understand why they're doing the white sheet or white screen or whatever they're doing. Because again, when they go into establishment and they're selling their products, they're going to be going against a white screen. But we don't test our stuff on white screens. We do white screens, yeah, but a majority of our main tests are certifieds. Because if we could take out certifieds, we can definitely take out a white screen with no problem, or a gray screen paint with no problem. But I'm not really seeing much of a difference, to tell you the truth. I mean, there's a difference there, but not much of a difference. And why did he just have it up in there? Why didn't he put it right here? Put it in the center of the screen, anywhere around in here. Oh, if I ever get a chance to talk to the CEO over there, I'm gonna turn right from the door. So let me ask you a question about this video. You had the lights dimmed in the hotel. I know you had to. Because there's no way in the world, if you go into a hotel room and you basically pull down your shades, the inside of your hotel room, it's not gonna be that dark. There's no way in the world it's going to be that dark. That's pretty dark in there. They dimmed all those lights. Look how dark the corners are. What the heck is... You can't even make out anything in these corners. Everything is nice and dark. There is no way in the world. You go downstairs to the front desk and say, hey, look, I think we got an electrical problem upstairs. My room is too dark. Everything's on dimmers. Because how is the hallway brighter than the room? See, that's what I told you. Rehearsed. All rehearsed. Every last one of the projectors were calibrated. The room is way too dark. They got projection screens blocking every single window in the environment. Look at the size of the screen. And then the projectors are sitting right up on top of them. Meanwhile, in Kennyland, this is what we're doing. This is why we consider the certified screens to be jokes to us at the end of the day. This is how we do ambient light projection demonstrations. There's my Ultimate GT 5500 outside. See, that's what I'm talking about. And you see me on camera talking about how I don't like the industry because how they cheat people, how they do these fake demonstrations, constantly fake demonstrations in these dark environments, overcharge you for projection screens, tell you have to go spend all this money for the expensive projectors in order to do this and do that, and it's a bunch of blah, 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 blah. Yeah, we know the story behind that one. Open your website so we can go by today. I'm tired of going into a locked site. Here we go. This right here is called our dedicated 4K black screen paint. Yeah, I actually developed a screen paint for the Optima or ViewSonic PX747 projector. Remember on camera where I was telling you that I did a customized screen for myself? It had a white border attached to it, white background so we could generate 10 times more light. That was a levitating screen. It was actually floating. We had it levitating. Well, I was a pain in the neck to build that one, because the screen was really heavy, number one, and then trying to find a fishing cable that would support it but be clear enough so light could transfer through it so the screen would give off the illusion like it was floating. That was on, let's see that one, we did that one. Yep, there's a 4K black. That's right. That's why I said, you know, be careful when you run your mouths too much. You know I'm talking about the person runs his mouth talking about, oh, his products don't work on 4K projectors. Again, you're not a very smart person. You don't do your math. We did 4K already. Matter of fact, I did demonstrations on 4K versus 720p, and that's what we figured out how we can develop a screen paint at 720p to look almost exactly like a 4K projector, which we had to test to back those up too. We just don't talk for the sake of just talking. That's the color of the screen right there. That was not an easy screen to build. It was not easy. But it was made so we made the borders white. And the background of the screen is bone white. So I had to take the background of the screen and I had to paint that bone white so it would reflect back and forth on the blue. Scared to death actually the first time I had it in because I figured that thing was going to pull out and basically snap, hit the floor and shatter. It was a pretty heavy screen to hang. Right there. Bum, 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 bum. 4K projector. So when you sit there and make comments about, oh, your products don't work on 4K, you know nothing about nothing. I did 4K, I had a 4K projector a long time ago, we tested it. That's when I realized when I had the 4K projector side by side to the 720p, and I'm looking at them like, you know, I can't tell one from the other. I'm not buying a 4K anymore, and I sold mine. We don't have to have them if we don't want them. And on top of that, I did my demonstration on a screen that was bigger than your screen. That was 126 inch right there. Also, I was taking in 10 times more light than your projector. And my projector is not sitting on top of my screen. My projector sits back at about 17 feet from that screen right there. Even at 4K, our technology is far more advanced than yours. And you have to sit up on top of a screen with your camera so close to the screen that you're hugging it. I'm sitting back, showing the entire demonstration. We got window light coming in. We got the condensed lighting hitting the screen. Yeah. Been there, done that. There, so the lights are hitting here and here. The minute they hit the screen, they cancel out. The screen's designed to absorb light. Now you see it right here? See that light when it comes down? And you can see it here, but the minute it hits the screen, it disappears because that screen's absorbing the light. The same amount of light we have hitting here, it's the same density in my screen. I didn't like the demonstrations when I watched people use that condensed lighting, or what they would do is they would have the lighting away from the screen. They would have it far away from the screen, and then they would turn it on. They would constantly point up at the ceiling like the light was only making contact with the screen. No, your light's not making contact with the screen. You physically have to show light making contact with the screen, which means you should have these arches, like these mountaintops coming down, showing the light peering down on top of the screen, causing this wedge on each side, if it's making contact with the screen. But if your screen is up under any of a lip, like this one's under a lip, but the thing I love about this environment was not only was the screen lit, but so were the lights. The lights were under the lip with the screen, so the screen had no way to get around it. That's why I loved about this particular area the most, because how much light the screen made contact with. But when we'd watch demonstrations with people using that kind of lighting, the lighting would be so far away from the screen, like, look, it's making contact with the screen. No, it's making contact with the floor. It has nothing to do with the screen. That's another thing we look at. That's why you're supposed to have, you see me turn my projector off, I will show you when the lights hit, they'll hit there, and then they disappear here. They don't even make it to the floor because the screen cancels it out before it even hits the floor. See where I'm pointing at right there? There you go. And I'm taking my hand. Light's actually making contact with the screen. Because I got sick and tired of people doing demonstrations about, look, I got condensed lighting on. It's making contact. No, it's not. It's not making contact with your screen. It's like 5 feet away from your screen, 4 feet away from your screen, 3 feet away from your screen. How is that making contact with your screen? You got stage lights in there that just, no. Yeah, let's get out of here. Let's go back in. All right. Let's see. That's us. That was that the 235.1? No. That was the 135 inch. Or was it? No. Yeah, it was 135. If it was a 235.1, it would have been, the projector would have been in the front. That's what that would have been. Environment's supposed to be well lit at all times. That's just when I was getting ready to do the upstairs. So I haven't figured out what I was going to do with the upstairs yet. Now you look at it, it's a dedicated theater room now, but this is what it used to look like before we changed it over. Couldn't figure out what I was going to do with it yet. I had so many different ideas, but I didn't figure it out yet what you're going to do. And that's upstairs. We have the absolute black. I painted so many screens and that wall isn't even funny. Let's go right here. What do we got? Ambient light projection. Do yourself state. All right, that's different. No. We did the Vivid Storms already. 4K laser. 120 Vivid Storm. Fluorizing. Ambient light projection. 4K laser. Yeah, that's what you're pretty much gonna have to go with. Let's see what we got going on this one. Yeah, that's the sad thing. If you're using ambient light projection screens and you're using laser, ultra short throw projectors, and you're still in the dark with that, are you kidding me? If you notice the demonstrations we displayed on our channel, we have all long throws in there. Well, I had to, no, yeah, the ultra short throw, Optima GT55 will bring that out. All right, let's get to the, that environment got dark quick. Show the screen on. I'm done. That is pretty pathetic. All right, look at the thumbnail here. We got plenty of light in the room, right? Are we going to see this with the lights on? Okay, ultra short throw projector, Vivid Storm. They're not saying it's ambient light projection, but I love how the thumbnail is showing it's supposed to be light there. Why do they have this and then they... I'm done. My goodness. Are you kidding me? Now we're pulling Crow's nonsense. Sorry to bring his name up in this, but seriously, that white light nonsense? So basically, you take a screen, you stick white lights behind it to give the illusion that the room is actually probably doing what it is. Oh my goodness, man. Good gracious, man. Seriously, I got one demonstration that levels all those of one hit. There you go. That one demonstration puts to shame every demonstration on YouTube. That is an Optima GT 5500. That screen size is only supposed to go to 100 inches. We got it at 140 inches or 150 inches outside. I got sick and tired of seeing the same demonstrations, the same ultra short throw projectors, and the same dark environments. And they go, this is ambient light projection, and this is ambient light projection. Like, no, it's not ambient light projection at all, period. That's the worst thing I've ever seen in my entire life. So we did one demonstration to crush them all in one hit. And voila, here we go, outside. That's a Supreme 8 on an Optima GT 5500 outside. This is why I tell you that the products they make today are not ambient light projection screens. I had a conversation with somebody over in Projector Central about that. It's that they take ambient light projection and it's just been watered down to nothing. Where they're going to tell you that it's because you have one little light in the environment and the screen's so poor you can barely see it. But because you can make out something, it's considered to be ambient light projection. That is garbage. There's no way in the world I would ever have any of those screens in my house. If I didn't make this technology and I couldn't have what I wanted in my house, I'd just buy TVs. Look at that, 190-degree viewing angle. I could swing all the way to the far end and that projector would pick up. You can tell how far back that is because the tree's still there. I told you my backyard was pretty bad. We put the squirrels in the one back there and did their job. My backyard is green as green can be. But my backyard was pretty bad. Look at that. So when I see demonstrations with, and I hate to bring this person's name up in my conversation, but when Crow comes up and he shows these demonstrations about, you don't know jack about ambient light projection technology at all, period. Stop doing demonstrations in these poorly dark environments trying to say, look at 100%. Did you just say in your demonstration your lights were up 100%? We're outside on a 140-inch, doing a 140-inch display. This is 100% of light hitting the screen. And that projector is a 1080p projector. Has a 20,000 to 1 contrast ratio. It's at 3,000 lumens. So I consider that to be a joke when people sit there and say, oh, my lighting's up 100%. It is not 100% at all, period. I ought to get another one of those projectors. They're actually pretty nice. But I'm not spending that kind of money for it. That's what I find, like I said, it's just, man, they all do it. He does it, they all do that dumb nonsense. Fake ambient light environments. I'm talking about, oh, we're at 100%. You don't even know what 100% was. 100% hit you in the face. This demonstration alone, by itself, pretty much wipes out any demonstration on YouTube. Show me one. Not only that, you have to pull up the screen outside. Keep in mind, on those great products and whatever products they make, you're going to have to do it. That screen product has been tested against certifieds and everything you could possibly name in the face of the sun. That's why it can do that. I told you, I can go on YouTube and I can search. We don't find anything that matches our products. That's the first thing I get from customers. When customers contact me, said I did the research, I looked around, there is nobody matching your screens. And there isn't. Because everybody else is doing the same dumb stuff. They're going out there and they're putting in these little poorly lit environments and they're going, ooh, look. They lit a light bulb in the corner and we got a candle over there and we're pulling up in the aim. No. And then eventually the lights go out because the picture quality is pretty bad. We did this one 4 days ago. You guys are stuck in these dark environments. It's my 127 sitting there in a bay of windows. My projector sits back 19 feet from my screen. It is 600 by 800 720p an SVGA projector. My price tag for that projector was 150 bucks. I can see that screen from my kitchen. That's why I said the standard requirements for what screens are supposed to do is crap. This is why we wipe everything that comes to the room, to the house, no problem. And then you hear people up there complaining, well, the naysayers complaining about, well, he talks about he can beat this and beat that. We back it up. We got enough cancel orders from you to back that one up at the end of the day. You can't even basically stand behind your product because you keep canceling out. We even have certified companies right now that we're dealing with that don't want to send us sample sheets. They don't want to give us the sample sheets at all, period. And if that's a lie, well, I got emails from Diamond basically stating our product. They liked our product, and at one point we had some other issues that came up. We're not going to get into that right now. Even got offers from Shark Tank, from ABC to come on there and display our products. So yeah. And y'all still sit in the same dark environments. Look at this. This is why we can't find anybody that matches our stuff. Because everybody wants to cut corners. All they want to do is sit in there and put in these dark, poorly lit environments, overpowered projectors and calibrated, and sell you something that really isn't real. Then you get home and you set it up and you call us because we're doing demonstrations like this. That's why. Let's go try to track down some more. See if we can find anything else. Oh, that's all us right there. I remember I was talking about you can't get 160 inch out of an Optima GT55. We did it right there. 150 inch out of an Optima GT55 projector right there. It was only supposed to do 100 inches. Let's come back over here. No, I'm not even liking this. Let's go find something else. Oh my goodness, this screen right here. We had these sample sheets. These are ceiling light projection technology by Elite Screens. Every time I see ultra short those screens, they're always this light gray. Why? You can't see contrast off this surface or color. All right. Problem I have here: blinds are closed. You can't see the objects on the side. At least the other guy, you can actually see objects on the other side of his screen, or on the other side of his window. You can't see anything on the other side. You can see a little slither of whatever this is, and that means the blinds are basically on a slant. They're going downward, which means there's actually some light coming through, but the light that's hitting it is actually being redirected downward. That's another trick you got to watch out for the people doing demonstrations. That is completely washed out. That's definitely washed out. This is supposed to be, actually it's supposed to be kind of a brown, it's not a sesame seed one. This is definitely washed out. LG food demonstration.
Getting that from YouTube.
Ooh, I forgot about that one. Let's see this real quick.
We're on our 28 lumen projector, 720p SVGA Optima. I paid about 50 bucks for the projector, and of course you can see we got two big windows behind us right now. I was wondering where that one at. I gotta show that one off later today. That's pretty cool. It's a nice food commercial. Let me see. Oh, I know which one that is right there. LG food demonstration 4K.
Getting that from YouTube.
still in the double option. They haven't changed the field on it yet. Seen that one there before. Let me see. Seen that one. This one right here is, let me see, pretty easy.
Verizon is going ultra with 5G ultra wideband in many more cities, so you can do.
Yeah, this is it. I knew I'd seen that somewhere before. Told you, I've seen it somewhere before. I've seen so many of these videos, it's not even funny, that I can memorize them. If I see them off someone's channel, I can memorize what I just saw. I've done them too many times. All right, hold on for a minute. Let's get lights on here. We'll get lights in front here. All right. I told you it was washed out. All right, so you see, I don't know what this is sitting on, whatever it is, but you see basically the how the tannish color to it, and you see, I guess it's salt or sesame seed, whatever that is they're making. But you see the color to it right there? See that right there? All right. I'm disconnecting my freaking charger. It's driving me nuts. All right. Now you see the coloration? See the color? See how bright it is, right? So you can see the individual. I don't know what that is, salt or whatever it is. See how you can see it? Now watch this. Voila! It's washed out. It's completely washed out. Told you. Definitely completely washed out. And that's a 4K laser projector? Are you kidding me? And that's basically using the Elite Screens ceiling and light projection too, which we had those sample sheets down here too. How do you have that discoloration right there? Just so you can see that we didn't pause it at a particular time. That is so bad. That's the sad thing about ambient light projection technology, is how bad it is. That if you can see the image, it doesn't have to be a good image, but as long as you can see it, they consider that to be passable. That is actually pretty bad. That's why I was looking at that, and I was like, wait a minute. How in the world is it that washed out there? And that color is supposed to be that color. Yeah, there's a problem there. The greens are washed out, the yellows are washed out. I told you, you stare at this technology long enough, high-end, a good screen, you can look at another person's screen and you can see where the screen is washed out and faded. That's why I told you that every time I watch their demonstrations, their screens are washed out. When I'm looking at the color and I go, oh, that screen's washed out. And everybody's sitting there, oh no, you don't know what you're talking about, so and so and so. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. I've been in the business longer than most of you people ever knew me. I was on YouTube to begin with. You naysayers who start off by saying, yeah, I was on here way before you ever existed. So to tell you the truth, when I look at a screen, I can tell if that screen is washed out. And that screen's washed out. And I don't even have a laser projector over here. We don't have 4K. We're running SVGA 720p. I told you at the end of the day, it doesn't make a difference how high power your projector is. If you don't have the proper screen, you're going to have issues. I looked at that, so I knew I'd seen that somewhere before. Yeah, that's the LG food demonstration. They're supposed to be, see how you see this, whatever this is supposed to be all over here. This is supposed to be a darker green. This is supposed to be a brighter yellow. And that is a 720p SVGA projector. We've had their technology down here before. We already know how it's going to react. We've been had the ceiling light projection down here. Yeah. That's what's sad about ambient light projection technology now. If you can have a little bit of light in the room,
Even if the image is washed out or faded, it's still considered to be watch. If it's watchable and you can see it, it's considered to be passable. No, that should not be passable. Let's go through. Perfect example. Look at the color of the screen. Yeah, that's why. Now we take the lights out, which you're going to have to do because they don't have a choice. There you go. Just got a dimmer in there. Watch the lights just fluctuate and change. And he says blinds closed. Your blinds were never open to begin with. How in the world are these supposed to be open? I can't even see an object on the other end. These are not open. These are closed. Oh, that looks awful. Alright, I don't waste much time on this. Same thing every time. None of the blinds are supposed to be closed. So these blinds are open right here. That's not even open because I can't see objects on the side, so that's not even open right there. The guy that had the Vivid Storm, his blinds were open because I can literally see stuff on the other side. We've already tested their stuff already, so I already know what that stuff does. Now, if any of these companies feel that I'm speaking propaganda, you are more than welcome to go side by side to my technology because we're itching basically to see what else you got. If you want to sit there and say, well, hey, Mr. Bird, we need you to prove so and so and so, hey, trust me. I have no problem with that. I'm not a person who backs down from anything, so yeah, not a problem at all. But I guarantee you one thing. That 39 technology we have over there would destroy your stuff easily, with no problem whatsoever. I've had all your stuff over here. I've tested all your stuff for years. I've tested your stuff, and I already know from the door what we're up against. And it's not much of a challenge for us. If you're showing us demonstrations where you're darkening environments right from the door, there's going to be issues. That's all washed out. How are you going to produce a contrast level on a screen that's not black? The screen physically has to be black in order for you to pull 100% contrast level. You can't do that if the screen is black, and the projector doesn't have the capability to turn a screen that's gray jet black. And that technology doesn't even exist. Right there. This is one of the better ones I've seen so far out of all the other ones. It's actually showing some light in the environment. Now what's all the bright levels? Where's the contrast levels? Hold on. Every single time. So the problem, this is washed out, but the problem I have here is the fact that every time I see a demonstration, they will always do colors. Lots of colors, because colors will fade less. You won't see star fields or heavy contrast levels next to screens because it's just going to wash out and the screen is going to have an issue. And that's one of the things we pick up too. A lot of color. And then you got this little section over here. Look at this right there. All this between Fred's here and here. There's no light really hitting this. It's too dark in that corner right there. But this is actually one of the better ones I've seen so far, but not good. Not for the money you're going to be spending. Not good. Look at this. So, where is the light actually hitting? Majority of it is hitting here. See that big glare of light right there? That means somebody went in and took the light and they shifted it just enough so some of it could bounce and come down a little bit, but majority of the light is actually hitting right there. That's why you have that glare sitting there. If the light was shifted all the way out, that glare wouldn't even exist because the light wouldn't be reflecting off that surface. It would just be coming straight down hitting the screen. For instance, right over here in the corner, you see this right here? If they had that light pushed over, it would have hit right there. You'd have seen the light hit right about there. You see these little balls of light here, here, and here? That means these lights are shifted. Majority of the light is actually hitting here. I love these demonstrations, man. It's kind of like where it's water all day for us, because we can see it. But this would be one of the better ones, I would say. No, there's us right there. That's us outside. All right, let me see. Let's see, 123 inch ceiling light projection technology. This would be LED screens technology. Now they're probably going to say, oh, he's trying to push you to buy his technology only. No, you do your research. That's what you do. You go out and do your research. They can't back their products because, again, we got canceled orders. We got a ton of canceled orders on them. And one person can't even open his website. That tells you right there from the door. And then when we go to buy from them, again, give us back our money, or basically falsify products, which it's not really good. That doesn't show you can back your products up if you're doing tactics like that at the end of the day. That's really not good. Can't post web things to your website, which you should have on your website. You should have a comparison on the website so the customer can see this and make a decision from there. Maybe he might want to go in a different direction, but you don't have that there because you refuse to post that there. And then, again, biggest evidence of it all, got caught deleting the video or marking the video private, but he got caught doing it. So that's not good. You can go with the certified screens, but if you got deep pockets, you're going to spend some money. A lot of money. A lot of money. And then you have our technology, which beat the certified screens, we beat the gray screen paint products. We've been here longer than everybody else. We've done more tests. We have more ambient light projection tests, more projector tests, and right now my projector is running behind me as we speak right now on a projector that cost me under $60. And that's why I want to get offline and go mainstream. Because what we could do with this stuff offline is going to be insane. No, that's not really going to make contact with the screen at all, period. Not going to make contact. Why are you pointing at the windows? That's not going to make contact. Hit here, your light's definitely hitting here. I can definitely see that, but all in here is dark. And then you got this tree right here blocking most of the light right there. It's dark in this corner right here, and it's dark in that corner right there. Now they show you all that light in the environment just to turn off the light to show you the demonstration. Well, what was the purpose of that? Can I really? Seriously? That's a lot of money for a screen. That screen's not cheap. That's a very expensive screen. It's not cheap. But I want to have my lights on, man. Oh, we bought this right here. We got this sample sheet right here. I swore I thought this screen was black when we're staring down. I'm thinking, oh shoot, they got a black screen. This is going to be fantastic. We have to get it down here for testing. We have this here. We actually have this screen right here. We have two of those. We have the 2.3 and I think there's 0.8. And you know what our screen does to that one already. All right, let's show you what ambient light rejection is supposed to look like again. Here we go. Nothing away. Was that the styrofoam screen? Yeah, that's the screen made out of styrofoam. This was what? Yeah, that's the styrofoam projection screen. We were just about painting everything we could possibly get our hands on. I mean, literally painted just about everything. Okay. Anything else here? Let me see. Installing 144. The black diamond screen, 235.1. Going to be in the light for this one. Good gracious, we just came out of a freaking, to go back into one that fast. YouTube, chill, man. Too much, doing too much. Alright, this is the screen right here. Oh, alright, cut the grass for the golf course. Cut my grass for me. I'm like doing it. It takes two people to hang a 144-inch screen. Are you kidding me? My screen was 178 and I did it by myself. Dark and hard. The lights on, any lights on. Oh my goodness, they're not doing the white neon lights. They're doing the white neon lights in a dark environment. Oh, please do. Please do challenge my stuff. Please do. What's this right here? Valve laser projector, watching daytime. Let's see what we got here. When the light's not making contact with the screen, area is too dark. A 100-inch screen. This is usually what they will stick with. The 100-inch screen is better because basically it compresses the pixels tighter together to give you a much more sharper and brighter image. On top of that, a 100 screen is going to take in less light. If you had the screen at 150 inches, you have any idea how much light the screen would actually have to absorb in? But I would have to say, honestly, it's showing more light than most of the demonstrations I've seen so far. But if the contrast going to pull on it, if the screen's gray, it's going to have an issue with it. But still, other than that, he's doing a lot more light than some of the ones I just saw. No, it ain't gonna be in there room. That thing's a TV. Elite screens, Selena collection, whatever. Let's get this done. I got one more to do and I'm done with this. I'm gonna go downstairs and watch a movie off my ceiling with the lights on. That's another thing too. We have screens 180 inch in the ceiling. What is going on with this? Why is there no lights in the environment? What is this? This is not even making contact with the screen. This is going in a different direction here and here. All right, let's see if this one does exactly what it's supposed to do. More lights in the ceiling. Where's that projector at? It looks like it's about right there. Let me see. I like the setup. The setup is real nice. No, it's not there. Where's he at? He's got a fan there. So it has to be a long throw. He's hitting it from a long throw. It's got to be back there. I don't like this one. And this is nice. I like this right here, but where's the one he had in the thumbnail? He had both of these lights on in the thumbnail. That's what I'm looking for. Thumbnail. I want the one he had in the thumbnail. That's exactly the one I want. That's what I want to see. This is what I want to see. I want to see it react in this environment right here. Again, what's the point of turning on all the lights and showing the screen if you're just going to turn them off to show a movie on the projector? Forget it. Just forget it. It's just stupid. Come on, man. I want to see it with the lights on, the way he had it lit up in there. See, look. Lights are on. Are we going to see it? He's going to fire it up with all this. What's the point? You know who did that dumb nonsense? You know who did that dumb nonsense. Turns the lights on, and then the minute you go show the movie, you turn the lights off. What for? Keep the lights on. Oh my goodness. You know what I hate about the dedicated theater room we have in the back? You know I hate about that room the most, what I hate about the most is the fact that I'm not used to doing demonstrations in dark environments. It drives me crazy every time I go into that room because I got the urge to turn the lights on. We know the screen can function with the lights out. That's easy. That's the most easiest demonstration on the face of the planet. That is so easy, it's not even funny. If I had to do all demonstrations with the lights out, I quit. I ain't doing this business anymore. I got 2 different degrees. I am not doing this anymore if I have to do demonstrations with the lights on. That is so freaking easy to do. And I hate being in that room when I got to turn the lights out and look at the quality of the screen. I feel like everybody else when I'm in there. I can't stand it. I like to do demonstrations with the lights on, but it's nice to have a dedicated theater room. We can have the lights on and we show off stuff in the dedicated theater room, but still, I hate that room. It drives me crazy. I can't stand being in dark environments. I want to be in a well-lit environment and have a screen fire off. You know, like we got going on behind us right now. Why? I don't know why they do this. You don't, and then then the lights come on and it's just the overhead lights here and that's basically about it. But what happened to this and this? This whole area was lit. Why would you do? Forget it. You know what? All right, now you got it in there. That's what I'm talking about. But you didn't do the whole video that way. Why don't you just do the whole video that way? I can see the screen's having some complications in here, but still. But it's never that long. They'll have it on for a short minute, or they won't have it on at all, and then the rest of the video will be in the dark. Because they want to show you a real good quality picture, and they can't do it with the lights on, that's why. Oh, my goodness, man. After this, I'm going to go on VR and I'm dropping to the bottom of the ocean and I'm going into relaxation. This is the stuff that stresses me out the most. These fake demonstrations that I don't like when people do these demonstrations. Don't crap at all, period. And my neighbor's sitting there walking down the hill, looking at me, talking. She doesn't notice a camera right here. She thinks I'm probably talking to myself. Who cares? Anyway, I'm tired of this, man. This is the reason why I need to break away from all of this nonsense and get my technology offline. This right here, man, this stuff right here is driving me crazy, man. We can't find anybody that matches the P2 promos or none of that. Oh, this is the nail in the coffin for me right here. So you see this screen right here, you're thinking, wow, look at the thumbnail. It's a super jet black screen, the T-Prism, we heard about this one. Super jet black screen, it's surrounded with all these lights. It's 150 inches self-rising screen. This has got to be the demonstration he's looking for. This has got to be the one, right? Bright colors, always bright colors, no contrast. Look at the curtains. Look how far the curtains go over. See how dark it is right here? Look how far the curtains are over, so they block the majority of the lights that's hitting the screen. Now, remember when we explained it to, we're just calling we'll call him Fernando. You know that's your name. When I explained to you that you didn't paint a 200-inch screen and you painted a 150-inch, that's a 150-inch screen, fixed screen. That's the same size your screen as you displayed in the video. A 200-inch screen would be 50 inches off on the massive screen I have in the backyard. You painted in a 150-inch. That's a 150. See, my curtains here are literally better than the curtains I had in the back. What did I buy when I got those right there? I built some of these screens, man. It's not even, actually, we bought that one. I bought that screen, stood it out, put it on. Oh, the curtain system was a freaking headache. For freaking curtains, first of all, I needed crushed velvet. That wasn't cheap. And then they didn't even make a rod long enough. So I had to literally go out and get this rod and then have my friend, he does welding. He's basically the welding job, like welding job on it, spot welding on it, and basically extended the rod for us. Because, man, I couldn't find a rod long enough to fit that screen and go from halfway across the wall. And the speakers were behind the back of the, oh, that's the same projector we got downstairs on the ceiling. Yeah, that's the same one. Let me see. Oh, come on. Yeah, it's running through the laptop. Yep, that's the same projector. Exact same projector I have downstairs right now. I sold that projector. I got rid of it, and then I got another one. Now look at this. You know the problem I'm seeing already? Even though it's maintaining, look at the color of the screen. That's when we're developing dark silver screens. Even I can see now that my technology now is far better than that. Because I can see the screen were washed out. That red should be much, much brighter. Black should be definitely, that's not black enough. That should be much darker than that. The beak is supposed to be much yellower. Green should be much greener. The sky should be much bluer. Right in there. That definitely needs to be, it should have been improved. But like I said, at the time, that was the technology we had. What I see now is much more advanced. I'm never happy with my technology. I'm never happy with it. I'm happy with what I have, don't get me wrong, but I'm not satisfied. I'm always looking for better. Always looking for better, always looking for better, always looking for better. Never ever satisfied. Make the screen brighter, make the screen darker, make the screen produce better color, make it work on lower end projectors. Always looking for something better. But even in this demonstration at 150 inches, you don't have anything matching this demonstration. You don't match any of my demonstrations at all, period. Not even my screen size. See right there? There we go. This, if this was all black, the screen was, all this would have pulled. This wouldn't have made any, it wouldn't have caused any problem to the screen whatsoever. There we go. There we go. Let's see how much better it got when the lights went off. But at that particular time, that product was extremely good. Now, we have much better than that. I go back and look at my old demonstrations and I see where I started from and how I basically went from one section to the next, upgrading, until we get to where we're at now. And even where we're at now is still, in the back of my mind, it could be far better. See, the problem is that with people today, they're not demanding enough about their products. As long as it shows an image, as long as it's passable. For us, it's not passable. It has to be better. Every single time, it has to be better. It has to be. There is no other way around it. We can't cut corners. We can't do this. We can't do that. These screens have to operate in my house 24/7. All I have is screens in my house. They have to work. I want to be to sit down at my sofa and eat a sandwich and watch Leave It to Beaver or Gilligan's Island or Fantasy Island. I watch the old stuff, by the way. And I want to be to look out my windows. I want to be to work on my computer, watch here and look here and have my screen going up behind me at the same time. I want to be to walk back and forth to my house and see my screen display on my ceiling and my walls at the same time. I don't want a washed out image. I don't want anything faded. I don't want anything bland. I don't want any of that. I want this screen to look like eye candy. And I'm never ever satisfied because I'm always thinking we could do better, we could do better, we could do better, we could do better. Unfortunately for the customer, every time we turn around, we're developing something new. So we have to slow things down. So now I just make stuff and just stick it in containers. All right, this ambient light rejection thing drove me freaking crazy. Let's try outside. Anybody have any form of projection screens outside? Let's go there next. They're done. And they're satisfied with what they got. The screen can be washed out and they're still satisfied with it. That ain't good enough for me. That ain't good enough for me. I game on screens, man. I'm a gamer. My screens gotta look amazing when I game. I want to see bright colors and explosions and bright yellows. I want to see all that, everything. I'm not satisfied with some being in the dark environment and all that nonsense. And I don't want to spend the money for projectors. I really don't, honestly. Okay, let's go over here. Let's get some, which one were we? Did the ambient light over there? We can find Jack over there. Jack. This is some outside screens. Some outside projection screens. I think it's going to be nice. I'll hang the screen up. Oh, yeah. Let's look at projector screens. Let's see what we got. What we got, people. I love these the most. We've done everything inside you could possibly think of. Right now, I like to play outside. Let's see what we got outside here. All right, 45, yeah, the white screens. We're gonna bump into a ton of white screens. Sony white screens is not even funny. Now the screens we have that we use for outside, unfortunately the company is not making them in 150s anymore. That's a bummer because I needed 2 more of those. I needed 3 of those. I wanted to replace the one on the top deck, and I wanted to get a dual side by side again because I like the duals, are fun to do. But they'll make them, so hopefully they make them again. Nice and what time of the day are we firing this baby up? Colors are washed out. Oh, we definitely want to show you that. Go get it on lead screen. Put it against a 250-inch screen outside and show you exactly how badly that thing's going to wash out. Next to that technology. All right, there we go. Let me see. Anybody else? What do we got here? I like this guy. This guy got a nice backyard, big backyard. Man, if I had this set up, I'd be doing something huge. We know 120, 250s in there. We got to go bigger than that. We have to go about 1,000 inches. Look at that. Look at this, man. Yeah. It definitely would be 1,000 inches. I'd make a drive-through movie theater. Literally, I'd do a drive-through movie theater. I would actually go back there with my crew and get back there. And we'd build a huge, massive billboard back there and coat it and turn it into a drive-in movie theater. Got the popcorn machine. I got the same unit upstairs. There's someone over there. You got the yard for it. You got the room for it. You can put a drive-in movie theater out here. You can. White screen. Every time. Nice sound system. Beautiful sound system. They gotta wait till dark to fire that up. Yep. Now, same thing we talked about and the other day about people, we have customers, and people say that if I'm going to be in the dark, I'm not going to see the difference. We will show you why, even outside in the dark, why a white screen is not going to do too well at all, period, next to a black screen sitting outside. You're definitely going to see the difference. We'll show you. I think we did them already before, but we'll show you again. All right. I like the setup. Screen is crap, but other than that, his setup is beautiful. Turn your backyard into a home theater. Yeah. Did inflatables already. I met this guy. This guy right here developed this technology. I met him many years back. We did a 2,000 lumen NEC projector in the backyard, and this guy had contacted me. And one of the things I talked about in this video with his projector, he was a little high up, but on top of that, people buy the high-end projectors, maybe like 4,000, well actually more like 5,000, 6,000, 7,000 lumens, because you're going to be outside. And a white screen, it's going to be hard to pull, but the problem is, like I said, you're introducing more light to the screen. But I noticed in this demonstration, he's in the shade here, and more of the light is over there. He was trying to get a screen to develop that could take on direct sunlight, which is really hard to do. Real nice too. And this is still, compared to that, this is all washed out. This is a fellow that has 250 inch on the side of his wall. There's no screen, so he's hitting that with the white. He's hitting that with the white wall. There's no screen there. Let's see what he has here. See. See how badly the image comes up? Now for us to come up, we're black screens. So ours would be a little different. Because we're the only ones in black. You don't even want, he only has 2 screens. So anyone's been asking questions like, what about, no, he doesn't have any outdoor screens at all, period. He has 1 indoor screen that's claiming to be outdoor and another one actually is on a balcony or something, and that's washed out. So, no. And I've seen the other one, and yeah, not impressed. This is us. No black screens. Well, if I put in black screens, everything's gonna come from us on the black screens. Again, in the dark with an ultra short though projector. Alright, let's move on. Let me see. Oh, hey, there's the inflatable. Shoot, I forgot about that. I gave that away. Actually gave it to somebody. A customer came down, I gave it to him. They can have it. I don't use it anymore. See how it's supposed to look like a TV? It's not supposed to be faded. It's not supposed to be washed out. You don't want that crap. Screen pulls a 100% contrast. Where's that story dude that's at? Oh, what was this right here? This was a Supreme 9? Yeah. Do you see my backyard? Look at that. Look at all this dirt patches here, man. I'm telling you, squirrels did me a solid. Yeah. 150. That's easy. Well, we got the dual 150 inches. Dual 150s. Where you at? Where the big was that? I want the dual 150s. 150s black screen. 180s. 180 inch. Boom. 180 inch. 150 inches. This is us. This is us. When you see that huge dirt patch right there, no more. Squirrels, look that up. Squirrels, birds, rabbits, raccoons. See how bald my gate looks? Look at that. Look at all those dirt patches. Yeah. Feeding the squirrels for 1 year and then been feeding them ever since. They want the bathroom in my backyard, and my backyard is lush. No chemicals, nothing at all needed. Look how bad the backyard looks. I was going to pay somebody to come in and put an all new turf in the backyard. All I had to do was just feed the animals, and that's it. That's the Star Wars screen. We got the door 150 inches. We only got the door 150s. Oh yeah, this is the 150 inch in the backyard. I told you, supposed to look like a TV. Now look at the difference in my yard now. Look at all that grass. Look at this, look at this, look at all that. All that was from the animals going in my backyard because I was feeding them every single day and they were using the bathroom in my yard. Perfect fertilizer. That's how green my grass is in my yard right now. And my neighbor is dumbfounded because my grass is greener than his. Yeah, stop using all those chemicals. And chemicals are bad for your backyard. Really bad for your backyard. Bad for you, bad for your backyard. Look how high the grass was growing. And all that came from was basically just feeding the animals every day for a year. What I mean by your screen is supposed to look like a TV. See how deep the blues are? That's how that's supposed to look. We got the dual 150s. I love them. Oh, I should have never got rid of the dual 150s. I like them. Let's not do 150s. Oh, that would be the football screen outside. Do 150-inch projection screens. Projection screens. Yeah, turning in there. I'm gonna be outside today. Definitely want to be outside today. See the side of the screen? That's a 150-inch right there. I painted more than 150-inch screen. I had about 3 or 4 150-inch screens. Outside test demonstration on ambient projection technology. We started testing advanced ambient projection, which was about 6 years ago. Oh, air mattress projection screen. Yeah, we get bored, you think of weird stuff. All right, so can't find that. Can I find my 250? We know we got the doors in there. Can I find the 250? I know the 250 got it. Oh, good luck on that black. Careful on that corner, man. That's a good way to meet God on that corner. Cars, 2-8 lane traffic. You need to get smacked by a car. Another 235.1. Let me see. 250-inch outside projection screen. Where's my baby at? My baby. Ah, we gotta go into our category and boot that thing up. I wanna see my giant screen. Here we are, Titan, 250-inch. 250-inch Titan! I'm gonna try to convert it to a gamer screen now. So, hold on for a minute, my charger, I gotta grab it. So basically, this will be the biggest gaming screen at 200, that's why I painted the gamer. Because it's gonna be the biggest gamer screen, the biggest at 250 inches. But we did it at a Titan, let me see, we had this screen at. That's why we get movies off this bad boy. So he can get an idea how big this screen is. It is huge. It is freaking huge. That's why we chose it. Because that sucker requires work. I mean work. You see me when I was setting that thing up, I was covered in mud, dirt, everything else on the face of the sun. Yeah, you're gonna get dirty putting this thing together. This screen is huge. And mind you, I got a freaking deck I can strap mine onto. He's got to build a frame for this thing. This thing is going to be massive. But I don't think he's going to do it because, like I said, people talk trash but can't back it up. That's why I say you put the challenge in it, the King's Challenge. That's the fakest thing I ever heard in my entire life. That doesn't even sound right. The King's Challenge. Usually when people make a challenge, they literally sit there and they tell you what the challenge is. My buddy was like, so what was the challenge? I was like, I don't even know. Don't even know. And I'm still trying to figure out what it is. This is my black screen painted directly to my wall, where I'm showing two projectors at the same time. So we're doing SVGA 720p at 235.1 at the top and Sony VPO FH30. That's what I'm saying. You don't do demonstrations on my level. You just don't. That looks just like a TV. One's 720p, one's 1080p. Can't tell one from the other. I've painted in so many screens. That's what I said. Every day, and not to be rude, but every day, this person has the same demonstration every single day. Same projector, same environment, same screen every day. Do you have any idea how many different size screens I have painted out per room? How many different forms of projectors I've owned? My goodness, man. And you want to compare yourself on my level? Well, like I said, next week, you got that chance, a massive 250-inch screen you're going to have to put in. Oh, that's going to be a nightmare for you. That's why we chose it, because that screen's require work. Hope your math is good, because you're going to need it. You're definitely going to need it. It's definitely a lot of math, man. More. This is all. You know what this is already from the door. We're not going to go down this road. This is all them returning our money back to our accounts. So let me show you. I'm laughing because this is going to be, man, he's not going to do it. I'm going to tell you right now, he can't do it. He can't. It's too much work. It is way too much work for him. He can't do that. He'll mess around and pass out. It's too much work for him. He ain't used to that. Look at that. See that right there? That's me showing my screen in a max out zone. So that light hitting my screen and that screen's it's not fading or washing out. But he's not going to do it. We know he's not going to do it. If people are going to go on and talk about being the best of the best, then guess what? 250 inches. And you're going to do that by yourself outside. And that's how you're going to display it. I don't want to hear any crying and whining about this, that, and the other. Because if people are going to call us out at the end of the day, then you're going to match my screen size. You're lucky I ain't asked for 180 to the ceiling. So I'm kind of being light on you, but let me show you what you're going to have to do. Did I paint the screen? Yeah, we painted the screen inside the house. This the one we painted in? Yeah. Yep. Painted it in. Did it 3 times. Painted the screen 3 times. Did it on a roll. Yeah, it's a big, big screen. I thought the 200 was going to be big, but good gracious, man. I'm glad I didn't build a frame for it. I'm glad we had decided the deck. When I was measuring out the deck, I was like, yeah, we can strap it to the deck because there's no way in the world I'm building a frame for this monster. And then not only that, you got to worry about, you're going to have to make sure that thing is anchored down. I mean anchored down. I'm talking about literally you're going to have to anchor this thing. Because mind you, when the wind hits the back of this screen, yeah, it's going to become an object that's going to move really, really fast. And if you got anything in front of it, like cars, it's going to get damaged. You need to have it anchored down. Like you're going to have to get 5-gallon buckets and fill those things with cement or bricks. You're going to need a lot of them to make sure that screen stays where it's going to stay. It's not going to shift. It's not going to move. Because wherever it goes, like if my screen falls over in the backyard, if it has a frame to it, I mean, it's just going to land in my backyard. You, on the other hand, no. So, like I said, you know, if people are going to be challenging our work at the end of the day, you have to match my screen size. That's why we chose the biggest screen we could possibly think of. I'm going to hang mine right now. So, shoot, all this talk, I want to hang my screen because I want to be out there today watching some movies or something off of it. This is the second time we painted this screen. Let me see what paint. But I'm already calling it already. He's not going to do it. I'm going to call it at a time. He never does any of the challenges we give him. Never. Ever. Does any of them. Because there's no way where he can back that up. Number one, his screen paint doesn't work on venues. And that's the best place to test a venue projector. Outside of 250 inches is the best place to test one. So you don't work on venues. Your screen's not going to pick up at 250 inches. You're not going to be able to produce your contrast levels. None of that's going to pull up at all whatsoever. It's going to fade and it's going to wash out. So as I said before, he can't go to anyone else's place, which he likes to do, go to other people's places. No, you will build and design this screen and set it up. Shouldn't be that hard. No, I can see my neighbors moving around in their house right over there. Nosy. What's he doing out there? What's he doing? Why don't you just come out and ask questions? My goodness. The other neighbors do. They see me right there in the driveway, moving stuff down. They know I'm about to set up. They come right down the driveway. They go, hello, like, yeah, what's up? They'll come down. But these jokers over here, they won't even step foot out of the house. I sat there and told them like 3 or 4 times, if you see me recording and you need to come out to the back, just wave your hand out the door. I'll move the camera in another direction. I don't know whether they're being polite or they just don't come out. I don't know. $250. Okay, so I'm getting antsy, people. I'm gonna set my screen. I'm going out back. I'm gonna cut one section in there. Look at that. That's what remains jet black. We got to get outside and have some fun. So I'm bored with this right here. All right, so again, we did our search. We went on, we looked around, we tried to find anybody with real bright ambient light projection demonstrations to match our own, and no, we didn't find any. And for those who are going to sit there and say, well, what about who? He doesn't do demonstrations in fully lit environments. We already went through that one already. When we were looking at the screen, they was hugging and asking Alexa to change the lights in the environment, to adjust it to its environment, which shows at the end of the day that you are using ambient light controlled environments. And that's kind of sad too, on a projector that's sitting right up on top of the screen, that you shouldn't have to do. 3,000 lumens right on top of the screen. All right, let me see. You guys over here. There you go. Now, those of you curious what projector we're using an Optima 2800 lumen projector, or a portable unit. Price tag that I paid for the projector is $50, but I've seen them over on eBay for as low as $34. Imagine that, $34 for a projector. Now, these are portable projectors, real nice, something to have. You can have them on your front porch or deck or whatever you're going to have it at, coated with our technology, and look absolutely incredible. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to design myself a nice little screen that I can have a nice little portable screen set up for that one right there. And I got a battery-powered one around here somewhere. We got to find it. That's the one I'm going to hook up to my RetroPie with a portable screen that pulls out. I want to get my whatchamacallit set up. I'm going to get Taco projector. That's Taco's projector right there. Heat wave. Now, keep in mind, for those of you probably wondering, saying, well, wait a minute. Are you setting up that 250-inch screen for a challenge? No, it's not for the challenge. We got a 250-inch screen. It's for display. That's what we got it for. That's why we got it. I got the biggest screen I could get to display my technology off of, because I said I always want to see my screen on a giant display. So that's why we got the 250 out there. But we decided to add him in, because I sat there and said it a couple of times on camera. I said, look, man, if I really want to give you a challenge at the end of the day, I'll have you build a 250-inch screen. And he kept running his mouth, so now he's got a 250-inch screen. So let's see if he can back his product up. Now, when you go pick up the screen, just let you know it will be marked on the bag of the size of the screen that you will be purchasing. So make sure we see that on camera. If you ever decide to do it, which you know you're not going to do it. Because we don't have any faith that he's going to do it. There's no faith he's going to do it. He doesn't back his stuff up. So there's no faith he's going to do it at all, period.
That's one of the units right there. Where's the other one at? We have another one over there. Actually, we got projectors all over the house. There's one right there. My baby's done. Hit the switch for lights. Oh, they're on, aren't they? Oh, duh. The lights are here. They're on here. Here's my baby. Done. This is how big the screen is. It's folded over, so things are big. So we're going to get ours set up. We got all our hooks here, right there for the screen at the bottom. And we have, this is my 150 inch, so as soon as we get this done, we can start on our gamer screen. All right, let's get this baby anchored up so we can get that done. First, I got to get something to eat. Then I'll come back on and we'll anchor the screen. I didn't eat yet. So, like I said, I'm not telling you to go out and just strictly buy our stuff. No, do your research. Go do your research. That's what you do. And then when you're ready to buy, you come see us. Because I guarantee you, and you see me do the search, you're not going to find anyone that can match us. Nobody. We do everything thorough, everything by the book. I don't like to be matched by anybody. And for the naysayers out there, still running their mouths and still saying, oh, it's probably this, that, and the other. Again, the blacklist, just go there from there. I got enough cancel orders on you guys. You can't back your stuff up. You got people got websites that can't open up at the end of the day. Oh, my goodness. All right. We're done, people. I'll be back on later on. I got to eat something, chill, watch a little TV set, and stress out. Get the stress on me from the ambient. Like, good gracious, is that bad? It's getting worse, man. Oh, wow, it's bad. It's so bad. Good grief. Nobody does really good screens, man. When I was coming up, when we were doing this stuff, when it first started off with great paints, everybody did a good job. Everybody did a good job. It was rare that you bumped into somebody who was cutting corners and doing it half-ease. Everybody was making good product. Now, that stuff sucks. My goodness, that's ambient light rejection today? Really? Man, all right. If the weather's good, like I said, it should be good. Everything should be good. We'll be outside. We'll show you out at 250 inches why, if everything goes well, why you don't do gray and white screens outside. All right. Hey, Taco, you enjoying yourself? Wow, wow, wow. All right, gotta go. God bless. Wow, wow, wow. What you up to, Bobcat?